If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
We're joined this morning by local author Marshall Pope, and he is just announcing a release of 2 new books. And Marshall, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us this morning. And first of all, talk about your 2 new books.
It's Reborn from the Ashes. It's my new life story. The first one I read, I hadn't lost my son yet, but this one describes the pain of losing a child and devastation of coming back from that. And the second one is my poetry book, Poetic Teardrops. Everything that ever happened, I always wrote a poem about. And so this book is like a poetic version of this book.
Of course, you're known as a poet and author and motivational speaker as well, but what do you want to be known for?
A survivor. I want to be known as a survivor because in 2002, I almost went to prison for 10 years for crimes I didn't commit. In 2015, I lost my son. In the last 4 years, I've been crucified on the internet, but I survived all that, so I want to be known as a survivor.
Talk a little bit about during that time of your son's death. That was a difficult time, had to be.
It really was. It really was, and I'm still feeling the emotion and the pain from it. It's hard, but each day, I just try to push on. But it's hard when you lose a child, and then there's so many deaths that's been happening with the people in their 20s. They've been getting shot, for little or nothing. It's like they don't value life anymore.
Now, has there been a trial or anything on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy that did it, he's already in prison.
Okay.
Serving 20 years.
Okay. Doesn't bring your son back though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Where do you get your inspiration to write poetry?
Life. Life inspires me. Maya Angelou and Langston Hughes, they're poets. They write poetry, but I write life. I take painful experience and emotions and bring them to life like an old spiritual song mixed with a little blues and a little hip hop.
The newest books, Reborn from the Ashes and Poetic Teardrops, and when you write these books, and how many of them have you written now?
These are my 12 books, 11, 12. And I just sit back really and take people's experiences and some of mine and I just put them into poems. But these books right here is like the first 2 because my past books, I kind of discontinued those books. So there's no other books but these 2, and there'll be a third one called Illuminati, The Poetic Theory.
Why do you change your name?
I changed my name because everything I was going through was killing my spirit. And I was losing my faith, not in God, but in people. It's a quote I heard once that says, "Don't change so people will like you. Instead, be yourself so the right people will love you." The Phoenix, that's me. I feel God has been grooming me for a spiritual rebirth. And whenever God makes you over, he always changes your name, like Saul in the Bible.
Wow. You do a lot of poems.
Yes.
And you have one you can share with us this morning.
I do. It's called I Am the Phoenix. It's like a dedication to the ones that felt like they destroyed me or killed me by the things they was doing on the internet. This poem is to let them know that they just wounded me, but they didn't kill me. Well, actually, it made me better, and this poem is the proof. I am the one that sprouted wings and flew when everyone else doubted my ability to fly. I'm a survivor of pain, struggle, and death. So meet the one that will not roll over and die. In a crowded world of onlookers, I travel unseen, untouched, and unheard. I am a poet that writes life by writing mine in the form of poetic words. You may wound me, but killing me is way beyond your grasp. Witness how I rose from the ashes and built a future from a painful past. As I rise again and again, undefeated by death to reclaim my unburnt life, unbroken and unveiled, I am the Phoenix, so behold, as the fallen take flight.
Wow. There was actually a movie
Yes.
produced, a couple of years ago,
Yes,
right?
yes, I Am King. It's like a documentary to my life. And
Where are we at on that?
I'm doing it independently.
Okay.
I was going through a film production company, but we didn't agree on a couple issues. And so I'm doing it independently. I got a guy that's out of Texas that's helping me with that. So it's coming along slowly.
Yeah. So you got a lot of irons in the fire now.
I got a lot of.
Oh, now, where can people find and purchase your books?
Only on my website, thephoenix.biz. The Phoenix spelled as one word, .biz, B-I-Z.
When you were going through a time there and you became discouraged, speak to people this morning who may have dreams that are pent up inside of them. And for whatever reason, they have become discouraged and have kind of put it back on the back burner. How can you encourage them to move forward?
Keep faith. Number one, keep faith. You know, give it to God, and God will guide and lead you. And I gotta say this, you know, it's gonna be a lot of people that try to discredit whatever you do and try to keep you from doing what you do, but you just gotta just keep pushing on. You gotta believe in the dream. You gotta have it in your heart. And that's what I did. I had it in my heart and I ain't let nobody change me. When I first started saying I was gonna write books, people laughed because they didn't believe I was gonna actually start doing that. But I did that. Against all odds, I did it. You know, and the next thing, think, you know, use your mind. Don't let nobody use it for you. You know, use your mind. But always keep God first in anything you do.
Marshall Pope, local author, releasing 2 new books, and this is 2 of a number that he has written, and he does a lot of poetry readings and that kind of thing as well, but there you see them right there. And as we kind of wind things down this morning, the differences between the 2 books.
Poetic Teardrops is poetry. It's poetry defining the life experiences that I've been through and other people's life experiences. And Reborn from the Ashes is my life story from the beginning to now.
All right, make sure you pick up your copy. And what's that website again?
Thephoenix.biz. The Phoenix, one word, .biz, B-I-Z.
All right. Marshall, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming by this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Keep writing.
Thank you.
More Daybreak right after this.